I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Horizn Studios H5 Pro cabin luggage, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. This piece of luggage is made with a few materials that we've seen before in combinations from other brands. So this is a German polycarbonate hard shell. It's aerospace grade. We also have these Hinomoto wheels, which run really smoothly. Honestly, between these two in combination, it gives this bag a really premium feel and premium performance as well. Hinomoto wheels are definitely like one of the smoothest we've ever tried. These ones, they have a bunch of different kinds. These ones in particular, I feel like are less smooth than other Hinomoto wheels we've tried, but still way smoother than non-Hinomoto wheels, if that makes sense. The actual polycarbonate shell has held up super well too. It has a few scratches on it, so bringing it a little closer to the camera, you can see like something a little centered there. There's some scratches like down at the base. Also, if we turn it around, a couple of scratches, kind of like centered. Yeah, you can see those. So it definitely has developed some blemishes over time, but that's to be expected with pretty much any hard suitcase. Once this goes into an even maybe the overhead bin, but specifically if you check this, like it's gonna get dinged up. With this, I feel confident that it's going to last and be very sturdy just because of those materials. We've had really good luck with them. So if that's a concern and you don't really care about like the blemishing, then I think this is a great option. The logo is also, I wouldn't consider this the logo, but this like branding on the front is also really subtle, which I like. This also comes in a few like other subtle colorways. It does say Horizn Studios on the side handle, side and top carry handle, so you can actually tell like what the brand is. And then it also comes with a luggage tag, which is nice. The luggage tag is also a little bit smaller than a lot of other luggage tags that come included with luggage, which I personally like because I feel like the ones that come with like brands like Away are just so big. This one's a little bit smaller. So kind of a nice, very subtle feature that may just be specific to me. And then we also have a TSA friendly lock here, so they can get into it if they need to. You just kind of push that and it opens right up. Great luck with those as well. The carry handles that I mentioned earlier are not like padded or anything. There's no like extra cushion on them, but they are comfortable to grab. Let me pull this down actually. When you like pull on that there, you can see it kind of like pulls up so you can get your hands underneath it, and then it snaps back to be very low profile. Again, this is a very common design that we see with rolling luggage, so it didn't really blow me away in terms of like any of the external features here. Same with like the little bumpers on here. These are so that if you set the bag down on its side, it doesn't fully touch the ground. So between all of those things, feel very confident that this bag is going to last. No concerns there. There are also different models available depending on what you want. So this one is the Pro version, which just has a couple extra premium features, but there's also the Air version, which is super lightweight. Super lightweight meaning like I think it's like less than a pound lighter, but still a little bit lighter, but maybe not quite as durable. Then there's the Essential, which is like, I would say probably they're like more baseline, but like that same durability. And then there's the which is like recycled materials. So not quite as durable, but if that's something you're into, that's a great option. In terms of like the extra features the Pro has, you'll see them on the inside when we get in there. The carry handle, or this telescoping handle though, I would say is like the most interesting part of this bag, because it looks like there's only 2 height adjustments, but there's technically 4. This is a nightmare to figure out, but once you do, it's pretty intuitive. So let's see if I can get this on the first go. If you pull it out just a little bit, it'll snap into place and it'll be really short. So you can see that that's actually locked in. If I wanted to push it down, I have to actually press the button, right? So you can pull it out, you'll kind of hear it click, and then you can get it down to a shortest height. This is good if you're sitting down and you just kind of want to move it around maybe, and you don't want to I don't know. I didn't really find a use for this, but maybe you're traveling with someone who's really short or someone who's like younger or whatever, right? This could be a great option for that. Then if you bring it up a little bit more, it'll get to a point where you'll see these snap into place. There they are, that's that one there. And you can actually push that down and those become a bit of a stopper where it rests right there. So you can pull it up a little bit more pretty easily, but it won't go any further than that. And then if you pull it into place up here, that's the highest setting. So that's not going anywhere. And then you can actually put it to the second lowest setting. So if we're gonna do it really fast, let's see if I can. That is the lowest, and then this is the second lowest, the tallest, and then the second tallest. Second tallest, I'm 5'6". This was the most comfortable for me. The tallest was just a little bit too uncomfortable. The thing that I dislike about this is that in order to get to this, you have to go through all of the other steps. Granted, if you just pull it all the way up, you have to pull it up and then push it down. But I think a lot of luggage does a better job at like giving you that shorter option a lot quicker. This one snaps immediately into the tallest. So less intuitive that way, but I think having those options was kind of nice and a little bit unique, right? Like usually you see 4 holes to make it a 4-stopper. This reduces that amount without being, I don't know, without being like overly innovative or under innovating. The handle itself is really comfortable to grab. I honestly didn't have anything to note about that. The button's very easy to press. And then the actual telescoping handle itself is pretty thin, which is nice because it saves you space on the inside, which you'll see can be a little bit tight anyway. And then like it doesn't wobble around much. It felt very secure. So I think that overall, in terms of like build quality and materials, you're definitely getting a really solid piece of luggage here. It's just whether or not the organization on the inside is gonna work for you. So let's take a look at that. I lied, we're actually gonna look at it on the outside first. So this is what it looks like next to me. This is the highest adjustment, and this is that second adjustment down. If I put it down to that like lowest point, this is where I kind of struggled doing it. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. That's like where that is. So I could see this being helpful if you were like much shorter than I am. And then that second adjustment here. This one is, I don't know, fairly comfortable for me, but it moves around a little bit more because it can move up, you know, like it's not securely in place there. But if I wanted to keep it at the height that feels the most comfortable, it moves very smoothly, moves back and forth, perfectly normal. I can easily kick it up onto 2 wheels, and it transitions very easily to the 2 wheels. I can also roll this very easily over a lot of different terrain. I have no issues with pretty much anything. If you're finding this video helpful, hit subscribe so we can keep making content to help you travel smarter. Now we're gonna look at the inside. So if I turn this onto its side and I undo that zipper, I'm gonna actually put it down on its side so it doesn't fall open on me. It opens like a very standard piece of luggage, and honestly, it looks like a pretty standard piece of luggage on the inside too. If I open this up, you see a compression panel and then a mesh panel. This design specifically is what I'm talking about, is pretty common with luggage, especially now. I think this is like, it feels like this is like the standard. However, on this model, or not this model of bag, but this bag from this brand specifically, those different versions come with different features. This Pro version is the only one that has the compression panel and this mesh side. All of the other ones don't have the compression panel, they just have a second mesh side. So if that's like a huge deal breaker to you, it is gonna cost a little bit more to get this feature, but it's worth considering. This also comes with a laundry bag, which is in this side, so I'll show you where that goes. But this one, those are like the 2 features that you get like upgraded when you upgrade to this version. Over here, pretty standard compression panel. I do like that it's 2 buckles because it makes it like sometimes it's just 1 buckle in the center. In this way, it just feels a little bit more like it's actually adding compression, like equally on both sides and really locking it down. And then the compression panel flips up. I don't love flip up compression panels because I feel like when they flip over this way, sure, it's flipping over to what would potentially be an open side of your suitcase, but it's not taking up extra packing space around you. In this case, because I'm flipping it up, that space up there has to be clear. When I travel with these, I usually put myself up against a wall and I'll flip this up so it's like completely vertical, if I can, you know what I mean? Otherwise it's just like, it just feels like it's taking up a lot of space. In this case, there are dual zippers on this so you can access it from either side. And in here, I just put a hat. That's usually what I end up putting in a spot like this. Tom has used this for like button-up shirts or something you don't want it to get as wrinkled. That's definitely an option. And if you want to remove this, it is removable. So you can remove the panel itself, and then you can just use these essentially as like compression straps. Also like the attention to detail just seems nice. It feels like a really well-constructed bag. So like having these down at the bottom, like, yeah, it's subtle, but like, oh, it's kind of premium, you know? looking at the inside here, I have a size 10.5 men's shoe to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like on the inside in terms of like the actual width of this. And there's a little bit of space on the side here to use for a like packable bag is what I have here. I did notice there was empty space here between like the wheels. I couldn't really find a place to put these that wasn't just like the dead center or at the top. And I guess I could have put it at the top, I just didn't. I also would put these in a shoe pouch normally, but these are office shoes, so they're not dirty. But with a pair of shoes in here, I'm able to get 1, 2, 3 pairs of pants and a larger jacket. You can get a little bit of extra packable space here because essentially, because of the way that this is designed, you have, let me see if I can actually lift this up a little so you can see it. There's like a, I don't know, probably like 2 inches there, maybe 1.5 inches there of extra space like up, you know, which means that you can, if this is like a little bit taller than the side of this one, it's gonna pack into that open space on top of this mesh area. If you had 2 mesh sides, that open space between them would be essentially unused. So you do get, I guess, technically a little bit of extra space on this one. I wouldn't consider it substantial enough to warrant an upgrade if you don't care about the other features, but something worth considering. We also have in here, if I take these out, it's a pair of jeans too, so a little bit on the thicker side. We have a nice little like logo information over here. And then in these pockets, it's just like a shallow mesh pocket. They are quite shallow. This is a good size for like a pair of like AirPods or anything else small. This is a pocket I didn't really use at all. It's like too small for like a passport or something. I guess you could put like maybe extra cash if you wanted to fold it up there. Just never really found a use for it. Let us know in the comments what you would use that for, but I never really find a use for something this tiny on the inside of luggage specifically. It is sewn in the center so the zipper can't pass that. So it is 2 separate sides. Like it's technically 2 pockets there. But that's pretty simple and basic. On the other side is additional storage. That's that mesh container or that mesh lid there. I have in here, let's take these out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirts. So 6 shirts, 3 pairs of pants, 1 jacket. And then I have a tech pouch, a packing cube, and then I think this was actually stuck to something that we had here in the office, and then a toiletry bag as well. So in here, I would say, depending on the amount that you're carrying or depending on how you pack, you can easily get a week's worth of clothing in here. I think after that, it can start to feel tight. So like I would swap out probably one of those pairs of pants for like a sweatpant, and then, or maybe a shirt or 2 out for like a t-shirt, like a sleep shirt and like sleep shorts or something like that. So you could get a little bit creative. Also, if your clothing runs a little bit larger, you might have issues packing there too. These, even though the handles are like skinny, it does save you a little bit of space, but there's also space under here that's not usable. So I kind of wish it was like a little bit more, I guess, low profile, because you do end up needing to really use like these almost like pack around them a little bit more. And then with this here, this side pocket is actually where the laundry bag is. So if you do want to use this, it is like an actual zippered pouch, which is nice, versus just being like a drawstring bag. And if you do put gear in there, I would keep in mind that it won't pack as neatly back into the bag if you do have this thing like really optimized and packed out. But it is nice to have the option to kind of like put your dirty clothes into a separate bag without needing to bring your own, which is nice. You can also get to, this is a water resistant liner, and you can also get to like the mechanisms by unzipping it, which is pretty standard for rolling luggage as well. In terms of like the actual storage here, this one does feel a little bit more shallow than other luggage, but that doesn't mean that it is better for carry-on compliance. So if you look at this, like there's just not really a lot of depth there. I would say it's like, based off like the couple of other pieces of luggage that I looked at, it was like, I would look at like the pro version of a lot of luggage that is usually sized more for like airlines that are super flexible, like Delta, or like airlines that where you're gonna plan on probably checking it. And this was even like a little bit less depth than those, but it's still sized otherwise to fit on those airlines. So Carry-on compliance is pretty decent, but you know, it is a bit more of a premium price for this thing. Also, at the time of this video, they're not shipping to the US because of tariffs, which there's somewhere where you can sign up on their site where they'll let you know when that changes. So that's something to keep in mind. But I would say, like, overall, the premium build quality is really, really nice, but I'm not sure like the additional features that you get with it really make it worth the cost that it currently is at the time of this video. If these are features that you really, really love, maybe you do want something a little bit more compact, this is a great option because everything is done really well. It's just whether or not that price is worth it for you that's gonna make the difference. So there you have it, the Horizn Studios H5 Pro cabin luggage. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.